Hi there dreamers, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi, I'm Jaclyn. Glad to have you here. I talk about Hoyas and other houseplants, so if that interests you, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my soil mix, but it's weird to call it that because I guess the thing I normally think of when I think of soil is not in it, and that's peat. Sphagnum peat, peat moss, that is generally the super fine fibrous stuff that plants come potted in. And if you're lucky, it's sometimes amended with perlite. Here's the thing. Peat isn't sustainable. It's not environmentally friendly, and it's a very limited resource. Whereas coconut chips, which comes from the husk of a coconut, it is basically a byproduct of other coconut processing, and so it is a waste product otherwise. We can use that in place of peat. It is a far more sustainable and environmentally friendly alternative, so if that's something that interests you, that is the kind of soil that we're going to be talking about today. You can buy pre-made stuff. I have done that before and had good luck with De La Tank soil. However, because none of my local nurseries carry it, I was having to get it shipped to me through Amazon. They changed their availability on Amazon and I couldn't get the large bags shipped to me anymore, so I started doing some research to see if I could source some items and make my own. Let's get into it. I will have all of the products linked in that description box if you are interested in shopping the exact same products I have. Just a note, all of the links in the description box are generally affiliate links, meaning that I can gain a commission from the sale. You don't pay any extra for it. It's just kind of like a referral for me. As I said in a past video, I've been making videos on YouTube for over 5 years with no income. So if you'd like to support me, that is a free way to do it, and I really appreciate it if you do shop through my links. If that makes you uncomfortable, if you don't want any of that to go to me and you'd like it all to go to a big corporation or whatever, that's fine. Google the item, find it yourself. All of the items that I am currently using in my soil mixture can be obtained on Amazon, though I would encourage you to shop your local retailers and see if there is a more viable option. I want to talk to you guys about the soil ratios that I use. So I don't have like a hard recipe, but I do have ratios for my mix, and I tend to do 5 parts cocoa chips, 1 part pumice, and 2 parts LECA. That is my mix. So whatever standard of measurement you would like to use, that is what it is. I also add, this is not the original packaging, but this was easier for me to deal with. This is Tank's Super Mix Fertilizer. The soil mix I'm making has no nutritional value to it. I do put some of this in there as well. I don't measure, I just kind of sprinkle it over the top of the bin and mix it in. But I also fertilize my plants with every watering. So basically I do the low and slow fertilizer method anyway, but that just makes sure that in case I run out of fertilizer water and I just throw water on some of my plants, they're still getting some nutritional value from it. So that's what I do. I keep my soil mix in a plastic tote, and that way I can keep it fresh, not have any mysterious things landing in it or breeding in it. One thing I will warn against if you are seeking to custom mix your own soil is that you will want to make sure you have the storage space for the overflow materials, because I don't mix all of them together at once, and the cocoa chips come in this little condensed block, but you're supposed to soak it, and when it expands, it's a lot. 12-gallon plastic tote sitting right here, and it could not fit in there. Also, the cocoa chips, what I have heard people be concerned about in the past is the levels of salts. In the environment that coconuts call home, it is rather a salty environment, so that's an understandable concern. How I have managed to avoid that issue is by purchasing cocoa chips that are not only suitable for plant use, but are actually suitable for small amphibian and reptile use, because they are very sensitive to salts as well. So if you want to look for particularly maybe pet bedding kind of companies, I think that you'll have luck with most of those salts being rinsed out. Personally, I do not water my plants in the sink because I don't want little residual bits of soil or rock or whatever to go down my drain. So I personally use a plantipotty to water my plants. If you guys don't know what that is, I will talk about it in an upcoming video because it has absolutely changed my life. That has made it a lot easier for me. And because I am essentially watering all my plants into a bucket as a reservoir, I can then use that bucket to water my outside plants with any leftover fertilizer or anything else that's in that water. That way it doesn't feel like it's going to waste, and that way it's not going down a drain where it could cause issues for me. Because I do that, I don't rinse my LECA or my pumice because I know that that dust is not going down my drain. However, if you water your plants in a kitchen sink, you will want to prep your products, your LECA and your pumice, perlite, whatever you use that is dusty, you will want to rinse that thoroughly before you utilize it as plant soil, because otherwise you're getting those small amounts of clay sediment or rock sediment building up in your pipes. And whether you're renting or owning, that is just a recipe for disaster. Please don't do it. Anyway, I don't know why more people don't talk about that, but I would not recommend. Even those mesh screens will not block the very fine clay silt that comes in like LECA and stuff, and that stuff is not good for your pipes. Anyway, mine is not rinsed. You should rinse yours if you water in the sink. If you have any questions about my soil mixture or anything like that, please leave them for me in the comments down below. If you have a similar soil mixture or your own custom mix that you would like to tell us about, tell us in the comments down below. I would love to hear about it. Have you been experimenting with peat alternatives? Tell us more about that. I have not been able to do it for outside just because the bulk and the costs required with that is just astronomical, but tell us if you've found alternatives even for your garden. I would love to know. I think that's all I can say about soil. Thank you so much for being here. If you made it to the end, I extra appreciate you. You're the best. Thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.